Well guys, today we're talking about an old friend, the Trading 212 PIES, and more specifically, they have just launched this brand new game-changing feature called PIE sharing. Now, if you're not familiar with PIES, then in a nutshell, it's basically like creating your own ETF. So you can pick a load of different companies, however many you want, and put them into this PIE. You can then assign a percentage allocation to each one. So maybe one could be 20%, 10%, 5%, whatever, as long as it adds up to 100%. And then once you've got your PIE, you can either automatically invest into it a specific sum every single month or week, or you could just manually invest into it and it will spread that investment out over your allocation. Really is a cool feature. I've done a proper video where I got into the nitty gritty of PIES. That was quite a while ago, but I'll leave that in the link in the description below. Feel free to head over and check that out as well. So now let's have a look at this brand new feature which came out earlier today. So this is hot off the press. And basically what it is the clues in the name. You can now share your PIES. So if you've created a PIE, you can share it to the 212 platform, and any user of Trading 212 can see your PIE. They won't be able to see your specific amount you've invested, but they can see the percentages you've allocated to each stock. So this is good for a few different reasons. Maybe number one, if you're sharing your own PIE, people can comment on that, so they can give you ideas potentially of some new additions, or maybe how your allocation, what they think about it, if they think maybe you're a bit heavy on one or under. Not necessarily going to change your mind, but it's good to think about these different options when investing. And the main thing we love about this feature is that you can see other people's PIES. Not only just other users, a lot of big YouTubers as well are sharing their PIES, so you can see exactly what they're investing into, their percentages, maybe even copy some company's PIES. So Warren Buffett, for example, somebody can create his PIE on there and you can just see that rather than you having to go ahead and create it yourself. You can see that. Or even ARK Invest. We know ARK Invest are very, very popular at the moment. A lot of people are recreating their PIE on Trading 212, and this is obviously going to gain a lot more attraction. More and more people are going to realize about this and start putting their PIES out on there for you to potentially gain some inspiration in terms of investing. Now it must be said that I am not a financial advisor, so this should just be taken as entertainment. If you are planning on investing into the stock market, you should always do your own research. Now before we actually look at some of these PIES that have been created, I'm not going to go through them all, but we'll look at a few. I've also got two of my PIES on there. I just created them. I've got an EV PIE, so some EV Takeover it's called, and I've got a travel stock PIE. You guys know I love the travel stocks as recovery plays, so both of those are on there. Links are in the description below. Check them out, see what you think about some of those holdings. And also, last but not least, before we get into this, if you haven't yet got an account with Trading 212, if you use my referral link in the description below, you'll get yourself a free share worth up to £100. You just need to deposit £1. You can even go ahead and withdraw your £1 afterwards, and you can get a free share. For transparency, I would get one as well. And some of those stocks that I've seen given out, you know, AstraZeneca was given out back when it was £85. There's some big stocks that have been given out, so you never know what you can get. So link to that is in the description below. It is well worth doing. But now, let's jump in to have a look at some of these different PIES that maybe you guys have even put on there yourself. So guys, this is the feature. You can see this is your home screen here and it says PIE Library. You click on the PIE Library. It's new because it's just come out today, and it gives you a list of all the different PIES that are currently on there, going down in order of views at this moment in time. And up top there, you may have noticed this guy Briscoe. That's Paul Briscoe. He's got his own YouTube channel as well. So let's just start off with Briscoe. Let's see what he's investing into. You click on the PIE and it gives you the average annual return of what those stocks have been average in return basically, but obviously that could change. And you can see here Disney there 6%, Realty, Microsoft. And if you click on these stocks as well, so Microsoft for example, it gives you the whole stock analysis, the stock chart about the company, and then you can just close that and go back to the PIE. It really is useful, so you can see exactly what companies are holding. So a lot of his companies here are more stable companies, you know, there's not really speculative companies here. A lot of dividend payers, I noticed there, Legal and General, AT&T, McDonald's, and a lot of growth ones as well. And you can see how it's been allocated, and you can leave your comments down below, etc. You can read all comments and see everybody's thoughts on these different PIEs. See, I left one there, exactly what I said, a lot of stable and solid companies in there. So that's the one PIE there. I want to go through a few that I've actually really enjoyed looking at, to be fair. The second one is one that a lot of people are interested in, ARK investing. Everybody knows ARK, and this is their innovation PIE. So what he's done here, this person has recreated ARK's PIE. It's 32% average annual return. But a lot of these are more speculative stocks. That's what they're known for, innovating, picking stocks that are the future. Tesla, they're holding the biggest position. And then you've got Roku, another big one that's coming up. Square, the payment processing company. Zed, I've not even heard of it. Is that Zoom? No, Zillow Group. I've not even heard of this before, so one I may check out actually. There we go, look at the growth has been really good. So this is what's so good about this feature. It's giving you ideas of stocks that you haven't looked at before. Say I wanted to check out these, you know, I could look and see, are they profitable? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Yeah, they're not, making a minus 11%. And obviously I'll do a lot more digging into it, but that is just an example there. So this is just really exciting because you can copy different people's. I know that's ARK. I've also seen, I think somebody had a Warren Buffett pie somewhere, but one that I'm interested in, you've got a lot of YouTubers. Dividend Experiment, that's a YouTuber guy. They're almost daily dividends. How great is that, you know? I guess almost because maybe some of these aren't quite, but you got Apple, Realty Income, Johnson & Johnson, 3M, Pepsi. Huge stocks in this particular pie. So if this is something you're interested in, you haven't got to worry about creating your own one. You can copy pie by just pressing here, copy pie, and then you can reallocate exactly how you want it to be. So this is exactly how he's got it allocated, but say I wanted to change this. I wanted this to be 10%. I'm now overweight there by 107. So all I will do is maybe I want to lose Johnson & Johnson, delete that one, or delete 3M. You can allocate this exactly how you want to. So it's just really a really cool feature. Say I want to delete all of these, and now add this up one more. So now I can go ahead and create this pie. I press next, and then you can choose how to invest into it, manually, auto invest, etc. And just to go through a couple more here, there's another one I commented on here. Retirement fund, VUSA, the S&P 500, 14% annual return on this. And you can go through and see some of these. Maybe you haven't heard of some of these before, but you can also go through, read comments on it. One that I've really enjoyed seeing, it's a bit further down here. You got electric future stocks. I made a very similar one to that, EV stock pie. Hold My Beer, what a great name for a pie. Hold My Beer. Let's have a look at this just because it's such a cool name. Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, Apple, yeah, absolutely huge companies in there. PayPal, Square, Microsoft, lots and lots of big companies. And obviously you can weight this how you want to weight it. You can see how this has been done with the big ones up there. Tesla, obviously one of the big ones, and AMD. AMD's been on an absolute run this year. Yeah, look at that. Absolute huge growth from AMD. And last one up, I just want to quickly show you here, European growth stocks. This is really great because we obviously all know about the UK market and the US market, but we don't know a huge amount about EU stocks. And I've commented on it as well because I believe it. It's good exposure. There's a lot of good exposure here to stocks that you may not have looked at before. Obviously, there's a lot of stable companies. I can already see Ocado, Tesco, Metro, etc. But you know, you may not have ever heard of some of these companies before. Take, what is it, like UBI, for example. What's UBI right here? I've never heard of this. Ubisoft. France-based company, you know, video game company. Sounds quite interesting from the outset. We can see how it's performed in the year. It has been going up, and then obviously it's probably not been on 212 for that long, hence the data's not there, but it just gives you a good indication of a company that you may look at. 78 euros at the moment, a company we haven't considered before. So yeah, I'm not going to go through any more of this because you can obviously do your own research. There's a lot on here. My ones are on there as well somewhere. Feel free to check them out. Links are in the description to that. But yeah, Trading 212, another innovative idea, game changing as well, because this is kind of like social investing, to be honest. Like, you know, you can now communicate with people and comment on people's different pies and see exactly what everybody's investing. We know obviously we have YouTube accounts, for example, we have videos, but this shows you exactly what people are doing with their pies. A cool feature in my opinion. So yeah, I really do like this addition to the platform. As I've said, you know, it gives you a lot of inspiration for what companies to invest into. I've been doing a lot of looking into these pies and that because there's a lot of companies I haven't even considered before, and I'm loving the titles of many of these pies. Quite diverse as well, and you know what, I may even add a couple more. Like I said, I've got 2 pies on there. Feel free to go ahead and check them out. Let me know your thoughts. Also, let me know your thoughts on 212 as a platform as well, down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more content on Trading 212, my investments, etc., please go ahead and smash the like button and hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. It really is appreciated. We're going to be doing another higher risk portfolio update very soon as well, so stick around for that. Thanks for watching, and until next time.